are novelettes worth printing physical copies of? We have full-length novels, novellas, which are short stories, and novelettes, which are tiny little short stories that are maybe 20, 30 pages long. They're not very big. The books are teeny tiny. So is it worth it to physically print out copies of them, or is it more logical just to have ebook versions? As somebody who has written novels, novellas, and novelettes, I will say without any hesitation, yes, you should be printing physical copies of these books. You should have them available on all of the major platforms. You should have them available for print to take to book signings. You should have them for your bookshelves. It is incredibly valuable to you. And two of the biggest things with printed copies of your novelettes is that you can take them to your book signings and do really well with them. Now, most people at book signings are going to gravitate toward full-length novels, series, omnibuses, all of those things. And most people come with a set amount of money. I can spend X number of dollars at this book signing event. They're going to run to their must-have authors, the people that they see on social and absolutely love. They're going to go spend their money there first. And then they're going to spend the rest of their money on the next person they encounter that sounds good. They're not going to go around the entire event and try to figure out what's the most logical, best fit for them. They're just going to see, oh, that one sounds good. I'll take that. And by the time they get around to you and some of the other people, they're out of money. They're going to have to go home and buy your ebook or buy your physical book from Amazon, but they're not going to buy it from you because they're out of that cash. And so having something that is teeny tiny that introduces them to your writing, gives them a taste of what they can get with you, and only costs $2, $3, $4 means you're going to make those sales, because if they only have $4 and they can't afford a full-length novel or an omnibus for $13, $29, whatever it happens to be, they're going to spend it on you because they can afford that. Having something teeny tiny that you can just give out to people, really, really helpful. You can also give it out to people if you want, or you can use it as like an extra. If you buy this many books, or if you buy this series, or if you buy whatever, you get this one for free. So you can use it as something to drive up sales. You can use it to make those small sales. You can use it in a lot of different ways at book signings. Having those physical copies of it means there's more books on your table, but you can also stack up more things. You can do a ton with that. And if you have a little bit more money to advertise at this book signing, you can just have a full stack of them and just let people take them. You can just let them take them, and it costs you a little bit of money, but boy, is that good marketing. So you have a lot of availability for something like a book signing or a book event to make sure you have things there to give out to people. And writing something really short, teeny tiny, does not take up a lot of your time, meaning you can strictly do this as a marketing tactic. You can write a small short story connected to one of your series, or as a standalone to give people an example of what your writing is like. And you can use this very strongly to market so you have more things. So often people take so long to write novels that they only have one book on their table or two types of books on their table. So being able to have some of those smaller things works to your benefit. The other thing is that you can put these on your bookshelf. It takes up more space. You have more pretty covers, more physical things. You could face them out. If you have bookshelves where you are displaying your books as well, you should in your content that you're creating, you can face the covers out so people can actually see them. Spines out really doesn't do a ton other than to stop the scroll to get people to say, oh, a bookish person. Having the covers out, that helps you. So the more covers you have out, the more things you have on your bookshelves, the cooler you look as a person and as an author. Printing these out can be very, very valuable to you. And then you also have the ability, of course, to hold it up in your marketing. If you just have an ebook, you don't really have too much to hold up. You can hold up your phone with a cover on it. You can print out your cover and hold it up. But if people can't physically get their hands on a copy of a book, especially on social media, chances are they're not going to grab it. We love a good ebook reader around here. I read ebooks typically. I love, love, love working in the ebook space, but that does not give us social proof on social media. So if you want to make those sales on social, as well you should, having that physical copy is essential, no matter how teeny tiny it is. You just have to understand that the spine will not be able to have anything on it. So that wraparound cover is just probably going to be a little bit of color on the side of that. And that is for teeny, teeny tiny to a little bit longer. There's a specific width that they allow to have titles on it. So just make it pretty, make it stand out, make it match your cover. Don't make it some like weird solid color. Make it valuable to have spine out or cover out on somebody's bookshelf. And that's really going to work to your favor. So novellas and novelettes absolutely should be printed out. Novelettes can work so strongly to your benefit as something for you to give out, to give away to people. You can do that as like a perma-free book on your Amazon and Barnes & Noble and all of those places. You can do a lot with it, or you can get money from it. People pay for mine. They're short, but boy, do people pay for them. Novelettes, really helpful, and really helpful if you have the physical copy printed out as well. Drop your questions on Novelettes down below or printing your books out, and we'll be happy to get those questions answered. There's tons of videos here on the channel because we do daily videos helping you navigate the world of publishing and reading, from your writing to your publishing to your marketing, to make sure this is your most profitable year ever with the least amount of time commitment, stress, and overwhelm as you're creating that content. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.